Hello and welcome to Money Control. I'm your host Jerome Anthony and this is Reporter's Take. In some big news from the pharma sector, Biocon Biologics has managed to get a whopping $3 billion valuation. To tell us more about that, I have our pharma correspondent Vishwanath Pilla. Hi and welcome to the show.
Hi Jerome.
Firstly, Vishwanath, how did the company manage to get such a huge valuation?
Well, Jerome, that's very interesting because at a time when we are seeing general slowdown, a company getting a good valuation is very interesting. If you look at it, Biocon Biologics houses the biosimilars of the entire company. So if you look at a biosimilar drug, it is like it's not exactly a copy of a biologic drug. It is similar to a biologic drug. So, it's very difficult to make. There's a huge R&D investment there, and also it's the very few competitors. So that is what makes it very compelling for the investors. And if you look at Biocon Biologics, this subsidiary was, last year it was made into a separate unit, though the majority, the major stake is held by the parent company. So the idea was that to unlock the value in this unit. So Biocon has invested millions of dollars in R&D, and it is now looking to kind of monetize, what the investments it has made. So the interesting option, the interesting things that that might have got it such a huge valuation is Biocon Biologics is an integrated, vertically integrated player in biosimilars. So right from the R&D to manufacturing to the distribution, it is there across the value chain. And secondly, it has 28 biosimilars as part of its portfolio and 3 biosimilars. One is the trastuzumab, insulin glargine, and pegfilgrastim. These were already launched in highly regulated markets like US, Europe, Australia, and Japan. So all these things make a compelling option for Biocon to get such a valuation.
Right. And how does the company manage to use these funds now?
So this money will be plowed back into the R&D and the expansion of manufacturing footprint. If you look at it, Biocon also has tied up with Sandoz, which is a generic unit of Swiss pharmaceutical giant Novartis. So, Sandoz and Biocon will be together developing biosimilars, next wave of biosimilars. So, part of that money will be spent on that R&D as well.
All right. And do we see Biocon Biologics looking to raise more funds in the near future?
Yes, that's correct. So this will not be the first and the last one. So there will be several other rounds of private equity funding. So Biocon wants to raise money to invest in the R&D and in the expansion, and also to repay a certain portion of the debt, to finance the debt. And the idea is to eventually to go for an IPO. So if you look at the previous experience of Biocon, their contract research arm, Syngene, was similarly initially they raised private equity funding, and over a period of time they've went for an IPO. So that template will be followed here as well. That's what analysts say.
All right, Vishwanath, thank you for all these updates. With that, we wrap this edition of Reporter's Take. For more news, views, and updates, stay logged on to Money Control.